The moon goddess touched Eliora's forehead gently. A faint crescent-shaped mark appeared, glowing softly before fading into her skin. A reminder, the goddess said. You are chosen. Not cursed. Then, like mist dissolving at dawn, she vanished. The forest returned to normal, but Eliora was no longer the same. For the first time in her life, she felt hope. Miles away, in the territory of the North Ridge Pack, the Alpha was seated in a council meeting. Warriors stood around him. Advisors spoke of borders and rival packs. But suddenly, he froze. A sharp pulse struck his chest, not pain, power. His wolf surged forward violently inside him. She's changed. The air around him thickened. The candles in the hall flickered wildly. His beta stepped forward. Alpha, are you all right? But he wasn't listening. He could feel it. A new energy, ancient, royal, awakening. The mate bond between them tightened like a silver chain pulled across distance. His eyes darkened as a vision flashed before him. He saw her, standing beneath the moon, a faint crescent mark glowing on her forehead, silver light dancing around her. His wolf bowed instinctively, not to a weak Omega, but to a future Luna. She has been marked, he murmured. The council members gasped quietly. Only one being had the authority to mark someone like that. The moon goddess. He stood abruptly. Prepare my horse, he commanded. His aura shifted. The gentle, pretending rogue she met at the river was gone. In his place stood the true ruler of the North Ridge, dominant, powerful, unstoppable. No more pretending. If she had awakened, then danger would soon follow. And he would not allow her to face it alone. As he stepped out into the night, his wolf growled with promise. Anyone who touches her will answer to me. The next morning, Eliora woke feeling different. The house looked the same. The chores were the same. Her stepmother's cold voice was the same. But something about her had changed.
As she moved through the kitchen, sunlight caught her skin differently, almost as if a faint silver shimmer followed her. Her stepsister paused mid-sip of water. Why does she look like that? She whispered. The stepmother turned slowly. And that's when she saw it, not a bright glow. No, it was subtler than that. Confidence, calm, a quiet strength Eliora had never carried before. Eliora, her stepmother called sharply. Eliora turned, eyes steady, for a split second. The stepmother saw it, a flicker of silver in her pupils. Her heart skipped. That was no ordinary child. The stepmother had always sensed something unusual about Eliora, which was why she worked so hard to suppress her spirit, because broken girls do not rise. But this one was rising. That night, while Eliora washed clothes outside, the stepmother watched from the window. The moonlight wrapped around the girl again. The crescent mark faintly shimmered, barely visible, but real. The stepmother staggered back. She knew legends.
She had heard the whispers as a young woman. When the moon marks a girl, she is destined for power beyond ordinary wolves. And if Eliora rose, everything the stepmother built, her control, her comfort, her children's inheritance, would crumble. Her jealousy turned into something darker. If she thinks she can shine in my house, the stepmother muttered, I will make sure she never steps into that destiny. Her stepson stepped forward eagerly. What do we do, mother? The stepmother's lips curled into a thin smile. We send her somewhere she may not return from. Outside, unaware of the plot forming against her, Eliora looked up at the moon. And for the first time, she did not look small beneath it. She looked chosen. The next morning, the stepmother's voice was unusually calm. Eliora, she said sweetly, we are out of night bloom herbs. The healer needs them urgently. Go to the eastern forest and bring some back. Eliora froze. The eastern forest was forbidden territory. No one went there alone. It was rumored to border rogue lands, dangerous, unpredictable wolves, wild terrain, and unseen threats. I thought we weren't allowed to go there, Eliora said softly. Her stepmother's smile thinned. Are you refusing? Her step-siblings watched with hidden excitement. Eliora lowered her gaze. I'll go. The deeper she walked, the darker the forest became. The trees were taller, the air heavier. Even the birds were silent. Twigs snapped under her feet. She could feel eyes on her, but this time she was not trembling the way she once would have. The crescent mark on her forehead warmed slightly, as if guiding her. The deeper she walked, the darker the forest became. The trees were taller, the air heavier. Even the birds were silent. Twigs snapped under her feet. She could feel eyes on her. But this time she was not trembling the way she once would have. The crescent mark on her forehead warmed slightly as if guiding her.